Looking for virtual assistant jobs that you can do as a total beginner? You're in the right place. I've trained over 7,000 students to launch their own virtual assistant businesses. And in the beginning, most of them feel like they need to learn some high-level technical skills to get started, but that simply isn't true. In fact, most of my students start with basic general admin skills that they already know how to do from previous work experience. So what are those best beginner jobs to start with as a new virtual assistant? Let's get into it. I'm Abbey Ashley. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so excited that you're here. I love training people to start their own virtual assistant business. I started my virtual assistant business back in 2015, grew it to replace my income and my husband's income, and went on to train over 7,000 individuals to do the same. And now I hang out here on YouTube giving you free info on how to grow your business from scratch. If that's your jam, make sure you subscribe to my channel and click the bell to be notified every time I release new content. Now, before I get into my top favorite jobs for new virtual assistants to begin with, I want to start you off with a little bit of a mindset shift because, again, I see so many people fall into the trap of thinking, oh, I'm not skilled enough. I need to learn more and more and take more and more courses. And that simply isn't true. Because here's the reality. Most small business owners looking to hire a virtual assistant for the very first time aren't looking for somebody with super high level technical skills. You've got to put yourself in their shoes. They're a busy business owner. They have their craft. Maybe they're a real estate agent, or maybe they are a painter, or maybe they have a food truck. So they want to spend more time in their craft and likely marketing so they can get more clients. What they don't want to be doing is the back office admin work like sending invoices, scheduling social media posts, doing data entry. These tasks take time away from what they really want to be doing in that CEO level position. That's where you come in. So if you can come in and you can take the smaller admin tasks off their plate, it is a huge value to them because they are getting their time back. So my experience not only comes from training the thousands of VAs that I've trained, but also we have a community where jobs are posted literally every single day. In fact, that community is free. If you're not a part of it, you can go to thevirtualsavvy.com/community. It's an awesome place, and there's literally real jobs getting posted in there every day. But here's the thing. Those jobs that are getting posted, yes, sometimes they need a specialist, but so often it's really just somebody to take those admin tasks off their plate. And especially if you lean into some of the marketing methods that we recommend, which is local marketing, networking meetings, tapping into your current audience, most of the time, these people especially are the ones that are going to need that that breath of fresh air, some of those admin tasks lifted off their plate. Okay, with all of that said, let's jump into the top jobs that I see for beginners, new VAs that you can start doing right away. Number one is data entry. And you might think in an age of AI where we can do talk to text, is data entry really still needed? But the answer is yes. As a small business owner myself, there are still tasks that need this level of attention. Maybe that's filling out an invoice. Maybe that is filling out an Excel spreadsheet where, yes, there might be formulas that do a lot of the work, but I still have to manually put it in. If you're good at typing, or even if you're adequate at typing, I would go ahead and just list this in your set of services that you offer as a virtual assistant, because a small business owner is going to think, oh, yes, that is something that I occasionally have in my business that I want to outsource. The next virtual assistant job is email management. And this one is huge because small business owners don't want to be spending all day in their inbox. And here's the thing, small business owners are already managing their inbox. And so you don't have to come in with some high-level technician knowledge of email management. Just come and take over the process they're already doing. And then over time, you can have systems that you set up to make that process even better. Maybe you create special folders. Maybe you create rules so some of the emails go to those certain folders. Maybe you have autoresponders that you set up, or maybe you have templates to answer most common questions, but those are things that you can develop over time. Again, this is a huge, huge benefit to hiring a virtual assistant, and I would definitely add it to your list of services. The next is calendar management. What I tell virtual assistants that calendar management usually looks like is actually looking at your client's calendar every single day. You're going to be looking for conflicts. Did they double book themselves or not have enough time to drive from one place to another? You're going to look for optimizations. Maybe you realize that they have 2 meetings 4 hours apart, but they're actually on the same side of town. And so you could propose to them, maybe these could be put together. You're going to look for things that maybe shouldn't be on there at all and that you could take off of their plate, a meeting that you could do for them. You're also going to handle the email correspondence about those events. So sending out reminder emails of meetings, maybe setting up a Zoom link so that person has a virtual room to meet in. These are all things that you can do as part of calendar management. The next beginner job is social media scheduling. Now, again, I'm not asking you to come in and be a social media expert. My goal for you is not that you guarantee explosive social media growth for your clients. But if they're already doing social media, you can take the scheduling portion off of their plate. Or possibly you learn what they're doing on social media and you start to replicate it for them. Maybe they have no social media presence at all, and you say, hey, I would like to start posting on our socials just once a week. It's not for explosive growth. We're not going to get a total rush of clients from posting once a week, but it's just going to start adding some visibility and credibility, which I think is good for the business. I'm a really big fan, especially when it comes to social media, to setting those expectations very, very low at the beginning. That again, this is just a visibility play. This is to take this off of your plate, that you're not really promising explosive growth unless you decide later to niche down and really learn how to do that. All right, are any of these sounding intriguing to you? I would love to know in the comments which one is standing out as a virtual assistant job that you think, man, maybe I could do that. All right, number 5 is group management. There are all types of virtual groups, Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, circle groups, or Kajabi groups, right? These different platforms that now all have their own communities. And guess what? Communities need managed. So not only are you letting members into the group, you're also checking out and making sure that there's no spam posts, because all groups have sometimes spam posts in them, so you can kick those people out. You're also engaging the group. You maybe are answering questions or posting questions to cause engagement inside the group. All of these things can happen inside of a group management service, which is definitely something I recommend adding to your list of jobs that you can do if you're a new virtual assistant. Next would be simple design projects, and my number one place for doing this is Canva. If you're not a Canva user, you totally should be. It's completely free to use. Now, I love their pro plan, especially because I use Canva literally every single day, but it's not necessary when you're first getting started. I would recommend jumping into Canva. Create a flyer for your own business or a Facebook post. That way you can start to get to know it. You can start to understand, is this something that I want to offer as one of my services? You don't even have to be a design expert with all of the templates that they have available. Most of the time, you can literally just be editing some of their templates to be able to create assets for your clients. So definitely check out Canva, simple design projects, if that's something that you are interested in offering in your business. All right, the last would be visibility and outreach. Now, I think that this is an awesome task for a VA to be taking off of a client's plate. And again, it might be something that they're already doing in their business. Maybe they call prospects. Maybe they email prospects. Maybe they reach out to people via DM. Maybe they're trying to get on podcasts, and so they're going to have you fill out multiple podcast pitches or online forms to try to get them on podcasts. These are all efforts to really promote the visibility of your client to their ideal clients, or potentially, like I said, to get them on some kind of a media outlet. These are usually very simple tasks. It just takes time to do. And again, that's where you come in. You are the person that takes things off of their plate that are taking up their time. Here's what I hope for you. I hope that after listening to these beginner jobs for virtual assistants, you start to get this feeling, oh, maybe I could do this. Because the reality is that you likely have skills from a previous job that equips you for this very moment. If you're a mom, if you're a teacher, if you are a secretary, wherever you're coming from in life, you probably have some skill that is transferable and could help a small business owner. If you're like, yes, Abby, I really do think I could do this, but I just want more info on what it really looks like to become a virtual assistant, I recommend you check out my Become a Booked Out VA training. It's about 60 minutes long, but it's free. You'll get instant access to it. And it really breaks down not only what services you should offer, what your packages can look like, but also where my favorite places are to get clients. So you'll want to check out that training. It's totally free. And you can drop the word BBO in the comments and I'll send it to you. All right, friends, that's all I have for today's video. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe, because that's what we do here, so you can hang out with me all the time. And I've got another amazing virtual assistant tutorial for you here. If you want my full Become a VA tutorial, check it out. All right, friends, I'll see you next time.